I recently bought the NIU KQi Pro online, and I didn't see a ton of content about it online, so I wanted to make this video to answer some commonly asked questions and to give my thoughts. So the first point is just my quick and dirty review. Overall, I'm really satisfied with this scooter purchase. I got it from Walmart.com for like $120. It was on sale for quite a bit, and I think at that price point, it was a really good value. So the scooter advertises 15 miles per hour, which it goes. On flat ground, you will hit 15 miles per hour. And 15 miles of range, that's a little more iffy. I would give it more like 12 or 13 miles per hour if you're a lighter rider like myself. I weigh about 140 pounds. The weight capacity on the scooter is 220 pounds, but I'm really satisfied with the scooter. It's my first electric scooter. It's fun, it's easy to ride, and going 15 miles per hour, I mean, you actually get around places pretty quick. I commute to work on it each day, which admittedly is only 1.5 miles, but it works perfectly for that kind of commute. I also like the style of the scooter. I think it has good looks. It's also one of the lighter scooters you can get. It still weighs 30 pounds, so for people who aren't used to scooters, that feels heavy, but for electric scooters, that's a really great weight, and the foldable design is really nice. It doesn't fold completely flat. I'll put a picture in here. You can see how it's actually still pretty tall when it's folded, but it's extremely easy to carry around that way when it's folded. Like I said, I've been very happy with the design of it, and really the performance is exactly what I would expect it to do. Now, going up hills, you're not going to get the best performance. You're going to see a slowdown in speed. I like to kick to kind of help the battery out to keep the scooter going, but with this kind of entry-level scooter, don't expect to be able to go up hills without getting some slowing down action. But going down hills, you also go faster than the advertised speed. So I've hit up to 22 miles an hour going down a steep hill on this scooter. Okay, this brings me to my second. So that was just kind of my overarching review of the scooter, my generic thoughts. Now I'm going to start getting into more of the specifics of things that stood out to me, either as good or bad. First, this is really quick. Mine actually has a speedometer. So they advertise this online as having like a color indicator for the speed. For example, if you're going fast, it's red or green or something like that. But mine actually has a speedometer that views the speed, and it looks like it does it in kilometers or miles per hour. So that was a pleasant surprise. And in addition to showing the speed, it also shows the battery life indicated by 5 bars if it's a full battery, as well as a headlight indicator, Bluetooth indicator, and if you have it on eco mode, that'll also be illuminated on the dash. So very happy about that. That exceeded my expectations, having an actual speedometer. This is the third thing that you should know, kind of jumping around here. This was probably the biggest letdown with the scooter, and that is that the tires actually have air in them, which is not bad, but I do not believe you can buy replacement tires for the scooter. I actually reached out to someone at the company because it's my scooter. I wanted to know, you know, if the wheel gets punctured, if something happens to the wheel, it's very likely to get a punctured tire. What can I do? Because I couldn't find the wheels anywhere online, and they told me that you're gonna have to send it in. I heard someone else on Reddit say that it cost $100+ to send it in to get it fixed. And so that was a major letdown, the fact that currently, unless you guys can correct me on this, they do not sell replacement tires for this scooter. And so be careful what you run over, be careful how you use it, because if you get a punctured tire that's not repairable, the scooter might as well be done with. It's nice that the tires have air in them, but the fact that they could be punctured and then be basically useless is something to know before buying the scooter. And this, what I say, that's the biggest red flag with the scooter, is the lack of replacement tires. Another point, again, switching gears quickly because I'm just trying to get what I think is the most relevant information to you guys. My app does not work well. The app is designed good enough, but mine doesn't track my trips. And so after I take a trip on the scooter, the app doesn't track where I went. And so I don't know if this is a permissions issue. The app still works for me to change the settings on the scooter and to, you know, lock the scooter so it'll make a noise if you try to move it. That works fine, but it doesn't actually tell me where I go on my trip, which was kind of be nice to be able to track where I go. It kind of feel like it should work, but again, that could just be an issue with my phone, my permissions. I have the Z Flip 5, so maybe someone else has had better luck with that than me. The last thing I'll say about the overall experience riding this scooter, moving on to the fifth thing you should know about this scooter, is that there is no suspension. The tires do have air in them, but the lack of suspension actually makes it a pretty bumpy ride. So if you're gonna be on like smooth roads, it's really not a big deal. The scooter is very smooth when you're on smooth roads, but it quickly gets very bumpy and kind of jarring whenever you're not on smooth roads. So just be aware of that. If you're gonna be on really like uneven pavement or even off-road, this is not the scooter for you. those are the main points I had to hit. If you have any other questions at all, just leave them in the comment section. I use the scooter each day to commute to work, and it's overall been a really nice product. I just wanted to be honest with you guys about some of those weaknesses, the app, this lack of suspension, but especially the tire issue. I just wanted to make you guys aware of that so you can be an informed buyer and make a good decision. But I don't think I missed anything else. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope this review and some of this footage was helpful to you. Thanks.